Hey guys, love me, hate me, want to get rid of me, whatever you want to do. This WildCardWarlock here. Before the video starts, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is my fourth time trying to do this video. Because my computer keeps dying on me. And no matter how many times I plug it in, it keeps leaving. So we'll try to do it as fast as possible. But anyway, guys, we got 3 subclasses from Bard, Cleric, and Sorcerer. This got released already 2 days ago, but there's some controversy and stuff like that, and then they deleted it, and I'm pretty sure they changed some things. That's what I personally believe in, because they released it, controversy happened over at Domain, Love Domain, got rid of it, blah blah. That's the end of that. But here, talking about this right now. God of Creation. They basically know the multiverse so much, they find something called the Note of Creation, which they can do right here at their level for different things. Note of Destruction. Each creature within 5 feet must make a Constitution saving throw or take a number of damage equal to the Inspiration die. Note of Protection. Roll the bar Inspiration and plus Charisma modifier, get temporary hit points. And No Integrity, where you roll it, and then if you want to, you can re-roll it again. So you basically get, like, I rolled a 1 on my Inspiration, throw it again. Oh, look, A8, depending on what level you are. That's good too. You get Animated Performance, where basically you can bring any contract to life, and these are the stats no matter what that you do. And you control it as a bonus action, last for an hour, or you can't do it until you finish a short or long rest, or you spend a third or level higher spell slot. And you can only have one activated at a time, so you can't break it, because this thing has good strength, good con, and all this other stuff, and it does a D10 plus a charisma modifier of 4 damage, so that's also really good. Then you got Performance Creation, where basically you can create items up to the GP of 20 times your bar level and must be larger, smaller. Here's some examples of weapon, armor, adventuring gear, tools, mounts, vehicle tables, equipment, or of the player's handbook. And these last for 1 minute if you concentrate for each time. If not, disappear the next round. And then you can try doing it again, but this time you have to use the spell slot 5th level or higher, and you're gonna have 1 at a time. This seems like more of like a situation thing, because like I guess if you really need something at the time, you can create it and then concentrate for that minute and hope to God that it's done. If not, you got to spend a lot of spell slots for it. But out of everything, I've been noticing there's a power crawl on top of everything here, and I think that's a good thing. Like literally, you're starting off strong, stronger, strongest, and that's really good, and I love to see that. Next thing you have the Unity domain. It used to be the Love domain. Same description. Talk about togetherness, 2 people. It got the Unity deities, in a sense, which are more like the Love deities, but who cares? The spells have been changed to Heroism, Shield of Fate, Aid, Warding Bond, Beacon of Hope, Sending, or Purity, Guardian of Faith, Greater Restoration, and Telepathic Bond. And what you get with these are the same abilities you get from the last one, if you don't remember, but I'll go over them real quick, since a lot of people have done the video, people think they're out. So you can basically get 2 people with the bond within 30 feet with you. Once this bond is created, you get a D4 to attack roll, saving throws, and ability checks. So that's for an hour. You can do it until you finish a short or long rest. A long rest. You can also spend a spell slot to use this feature again. I guess that's a new thing they're trying to do, being like, hey, if you want to, you can use the Spellfish, which I think is really cool. Channel Divinity. I will admit, this is a better Channel Divinity than the Love one, which is basically just like for 1 round, you're able to distract somebody and have them not hit you. With the Enchantment Wizard, you can have them do it. It basically you just use your action. They within 5 feet of them, you can basically just have them be completely dazed and confused. But basically, within 30 feet of them, if someone takes damage, you can use reaction to a number of willing creatures you can see and divide that damage up to a minimum of 1 and resistance to this reply. So that's really good too, like I said before. That's the better Channel Divinity than the other one. I will admit that. Because basically, if you just like try to put it all on the barbarian who hasn't hit, or just like split it apart to all the people who have like the highest health and the person with the lowest health, you can basically be fine. And by the time you're that level, you probably be able to do it twice a day, which is really good. Then you got Protection Bond. Basically, Protection Bond is like if you see with someone with the bond who's get injured, you can give them resistance to damage to the end of the next turn. Then finally, Unity Bond. If the creature goes down 0 hit points, you're able to get advantage on attack rolls and saving throws, resistance to all damage, and then you can touch the creature, spend any number of hit dice, and heal them. Which I wouldn't suggest, because honestly, if you're a cleric and you know your person down, and it has 0 hit points. You can just stabilize them and ask the player at the turn, like, hey, basically this guy getting a lot of buffs and stuff like that. Resists the damage. I've been on saving throws and attacks. Come on now. And they probably like, yeah, that makes sense. This is kind of like a little too good to kind of break the system. You just like take the body, do that, put it around the corner. You're kind of safe. You get a lot of boons from it because there's no time limit. So that's really crazy. Oh, last for 1 minute. I'm sorry. But even that, during combat, just have them away because combat doesn't last for 1 full minute unless the person like, I want to get back into this or just other stuff. That's really good. Then you got the Clockwork Sorcerer. Basically, the playing of mechanics, creation, things like that. Some manifestation of mechas, so you can choose how you look because of that. Then you got Clockwork Magic, the class spells added here, which I think is awesome. That sorcerer's getting a spell they can add to their spell list because they don't get that because you know how sorcerers are. They get their magic innately, so it makes no sense that they would get additional spells. But throw them a bone. They don't get a lot unless you're using that Unearthed Arcana like class variants, which is really good. They get Restore Balance, which basically if right here, if they're about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your action to prevent that disadvantage. So player friend has disadvantage, straight roll. Evil bad guy that's about to kill your puppy has advantage, straight roll. It may not change anything, but the ability to do this to a number of times equal to your charisma modifier is godly. So that can like really make or break some things. Or could it be broken? I don't know, because it's only advantage and disadvantage depending on where you get it, and you really don't see it add to that much unless it's something really, really insane. And so with that, you get the Bulwark's Law. This right here is crazy. I actually spend 1 or 5 hit points, sorcery points, to create a magical ward. Then within 30 feet with you. And then with this ward, a number D8 equal to the sorcery points you spend. And then whenever you take damage, you can use any of those D8 to reduce the damage. So in total, you can use 5 D8s. I remember 8 times 5 is 40. So you have a possibility, if you roll really well, to reduce those 40 points of damage, which can be really helpful and really safe. And I can see why they would limit to 1 to 5, because any more would be absolutely insane. Being able to be like, tank, 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 tank. This can be really good, again, for any other person that you think is going to get hit next round. You're probably going to get hit with a spell, because like you say, oh, they're probably going to go to spellcaster first. Disintegration, oh no. Boop, let's roll this stuff. Give that to them or other things. And so that's really good for utilitarian and saving someone's ass last second. Then you got the Trance Order. Basically, you enter a clockwork state, and then you can treat any d20 roll as a 9 or 10. And then after that, you can't use it again until you spend your finish a long rest or spend 5 sorcery points. It seems like this has been the point of order they've been trying to do. Like, have more uses for certain things, because you said, with each one it says you can spend a spell slot to get it back. You can do this, and this one saying you can use sorcery points. So it seems like they're trying to find more mechanical uses for the thing that they can do, which I think is pretty fun, and I think it could be a thing you can see in the future that I could believe it could be a lot of fun. I've been saying a lot of fun, it could be a lot of fun. And finally, you are able to summon spirits around you of the constructs or little creation thing from Mechanist itself, and you're able to either restore 100 hit points to the mind, divided as you choose among the number of creatures of your choice in the cube, and a cube at 30 feet. Any damaged object cubes are repaired. And then 6 level spell lower ends on a creature, an object of your choice in that cube. Or you can do a long rest to get it back, or spend 7 sorcery points. That is godly, because the 100 hit points off rip divided can really save someone in a pinch. Any damaged object and things like that, or say like, oh, you guys are in an ancient temple that seals the great Mazidus or whatever his name is, and he said my seal is broken, ha ha ha, you fool. But he just like, and nah, activate that, it gets restored, and the man gets sealed back in, because it said the seal, if the seal is completed again and stuff like that, this man is nah, and now he is nah. Then anything else from like 6 spells or lower ends on any creature object of your choice in the cube. That kind of reminds me of like a Rashashka thing. So someone suddenly casts 6 spells or lower, it doesn't work. So you get a free Rashashka thing, which at that level it deserves, to be completely honest, so I can't think of anything. And as I said before, with this whole class, there has been a power creep, and that is not a bad thing. Power creeps are needed to make things fun, and I see this a lot being fun, because each time you're looking forward, each thing you get, because like each one is a very good ability that you get as you progress that can really save ass, make you feel like you showed the right subclass. Will it probably be nerfed or changed? Who knows? Probably. Probably not with the official release, but let me know what you guys think down below. I want to say, as always, I love you and have a fantastic day. Have a nice day. Bye.